Hello, right, so you all wanted to know how I got rid of these complete arseholes. It's the only way of saying it. Scumbags, scammers, whatever you like. So, as you know, I got CityFibre installed probably early part of the summer this year. So, quite a few months ago, at least 6 months ago. And I did keep Virgin for about a month after that. That's what I wanted to do, just to make sure that CityFibre was okay. Did have some hiccups with that, but I had a backup, so it was fine. So what happened is then I kept it up with Virgin Media for the simple reason every time we called we were on the phone for hours, and that is saying it lightly, and all they do is pass you around and around and around and around to different people, even though they're not even a broadband part. They might even pass you to a mobile service. They will pass you around everywhere, and if they don't hang up, they'll just say that they can't help you, and you'll get some lame ass story, or you'll just be put on hold and then it'll hang up. So in other words, they've basically been told by whoever it is that, their managers or whatever, to do anything but to make sure that people don't cancel their subscription. So I think that's an absolute terrible thing that you can do. I couldn't find any other way of doing it. The chat, absolutely useless. So what I said to my missus, I said, right, stop all payments to them, let the bill generate a little bit, let it get to the bit where they say they're going to cut you off, and then we'll try and get in contact with them. So that's what we did. I think the bill got up to about 80 or 90 quid. That roughly equates to about 3 months worth, I think, something silly like that. I was still getting internet. I kept getting things saying, oh, there must be a problem with your internet connection, blah, blah, you might need an engineer. I think that's just to get your attention to look at your bill, but just bollocks that all these companies are using at the moment. So we did that. I got my missus, she didn't want to spend hours on the phone, so I said use the chat. So we went on that, and they said, oh, blah blah, you owe blah blah blah. So we said, yes, we want to cancel, we've been trying to cancel. They didn't really care. There was a massive language barrier, as there always is with Virgin Media. My missus was still on the chat for probably nearly an hour anyway, didn't really get anywhere. Got the disconnection thing, got an email through that day, I think, saying that it's going to be disconnected. I think she was told it would be disconnected on Christmas Eve. What a random time for it to be disconnected. You would have thought no one would really be working that sort of late. But, come to it, Christmas morning, yeah, that's right, it was off. The reason I knew that is because some of my smart home, like my bulbs and my blind, are still connected to the Virgin Media router, which I didn't realise at the time, which is a bugger, because they were a nightmare to reset, especially the blind. That's how I knew, because they wouldn't work. I had to do it manually, so not a problem, it's absolutely fine. Then we got a thing saying your outstanding bill, instead of 80 or 90 odd quid, it come right down to about £47. So I said to my missus, right, pay that now, they'll be gone. Obviously they did send an email saying that they'll send a plastic bag in the post for the router that's worth £40. Apparently that's the piece of shit router that I've had for I don't know how many years, that's probably not even worth 20p. They said that they would send a bag out for it to be posted back, and you can post it at whatever, it's not going to cost anything. Still not received that bag. So I'm expecting a charge from Virgin Media now for the router that I can't send back, because they don't seem to have sent the bag out. But I'll be fighting that, of course I will. I'm not paying for something that, because they can't be bothered to send me something to send their crappy router back. So basically that is the easiest way that I found to get rid of the scumbag Virgin Media, is to let the bill run up, but do not let it go to debt collection. Just get it so then it's they're saying that they might have to suspend your service. Then get in contact with them and say you want to cancel, and go from there. Maybe do it on the chat way, because that seemed to work all right with us, if you don't want to spend hours on the phone. I've seen other videos of an older gentleman phoning these scumbags. I mean, I'll just call them scammers at this point, because this bloke was really, really quite old, and they were just scamming him out of his money. They wouldn't let him cancel, and I thought it was absolutely disgraceful. And he was in the same situation as me. He had another broadband supplier in, and they didn't want to know. But that's what worked for me, people. Try it out yourselves if you're trying to get rid of them scumbags, because they always have been. You know, I've put up with them for many, many, many years, only because there has been no other option. But now, because there's lots and lots of options, well, in my area there is, and hopefully if you've not got City Fibre, they'll be coming. City Fibre will be coming soon, and you'll have so many more options, not just scumbag Virgin. That's all I have to say for them. I mean, even if you look at them, have a look and see how they set up their mobiles. It's a shame they bought O2, because they're going to destroy O2. So their prices are absolutely horrendous. I thought EEs were bad, but Virgin Media's are terrible. There's loads of hidden costs. They bump up, even though they're not meant to, they bump up your contract throughout your first part of the... they basically break all the rules, and no one does anything about it. And I think that's absolutely disgraceful that any company is allowed to break the Ofcom's rules. I think Ofcom, or whoever it is, don't really seem to care anymore. So, yeah, like and subscribe. Let me know about your Virgin Media issues, because I know a lot of you say, oh, Virgin Media are brilliant, they're fantastic. No, they're not. They're really not. I do not know a single person that thinks Virgin Media are good. If you're one of them people, I don't think you should watch this video, because I think they're fucking horrendous. Sorry about the language. I just do. I really do. So, thank you very much. We're going to go for the button today. Again. Here we go.